Alright guys, welcome back to DO Games Lab, and this is your guy Rain, and thank you so much sa continuous numbers of views dito sa ating mga previous recent videos na in-upload sa ating YouTube channel. Yeah, maraming salamat sa inyo guys. Kung hindi ka pa nakasubscribe dito, Lods, subscribe ka na kung nagustuhan mo yung mga bagong update natin. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated and accurate lahat ng mga videos and news na makukuha nyo dito patungkol sa Axie Infinity.
Right away, we'll definitely be part of that.
Origin and also land gameplays. Alright, nga pala, tulad ng pangako ko sa inyo, ipapaliwanag natin kung anong mangyayari, no? Kadugsong nung mga nauna nating dalawang videos. Rage versus crits, alright? So, tatanggalin na yung crits, no, guys? Lalagyan na ng rage, okay? Magkakaroon na ng rage bars ang bawat Axie, okay? So, most likely, may-utilize pa rin natin ang mga beasts having high morale na mas mabilis silang makapagpuno ng tinatawag na rage crit bars. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, hindi na ito magkakaroon ng random crits. Pakinggan natin ang mabuti yung sinabi dito ni Philip tsaka ni Andrew.
Gotcha. I had a question about the random critical strikes, and this is one that I think I wanted to bring up because I know people are just excited about it. This rage and fury system seems to make sense to me, where it builds up over time. If there's anything that you can share around that, I'm sure people would be excited to hear about it.
All right, so yung sinasabi dito, yung tinatanong dito ni Andrew Campbell sa mga gustong mas maintindihan yung tanong niya dito. Gusto niya malaman kung ano yung rage versus the critical strikes. Ano bang mangyayari dun sa overtime na naiipon na rage points in order for you to in order for your next attack to crit, okay? Sagutin niya ni Philip.
I think random crits are the number one complaint I get outside of Gravelant in my
Ikaw ba, idol? Isa rin ba tong crit na to na nakakasira ng diskarte mo? Kasi ito daw yung number one na reklamo. Ayan, dito sa gameplay dito sa Battles V2 sa arena, no? So, bigla-bigla na lang nagki-crit, so nasisira yung diskarte mo na sana ito yung gagawin mo. Wala nawalan ka na ng gana hanggang sa nag-domino effect na hanggang sa matalo ka na lang sa game because of that random crit. So, right now, hindi na magkakaroon ng ganun, aalisin na yun. But in exchange, meron tayong tinatawag na rage bar. Pero may critical strikes pa din, okay? Hindi na magki-crit yung tira mo agad-agad unless yung cards mo ay talagang pang-crit, katulad ng single combat. Yan, talagang magki-crit yung tira mo niyan. Pero kung meron kang rage bar, antayin mo talaga mapuno yung rage bar mo para magamit mo yung Sinister Strike, di ba? Halimbawa, si Sinister Strike, pag nag-crit yan, 200% yung damage yan. Kasi may mga cards na ang critical lang nila is 180% or 150% in order for you to deal some damage, ano? Pero yung Sinister Strike, yan, pag napuno yung rage bar mo, ginamit mo yung Sinister Strike, for sure, 200% damage yung mangyayari dun sa atake mo na yan. Let's listen to Philip's answer.
DMs, and as the esports guy, I'm really excited to see random crits getting turned into something a little bit more strategic. Any notes you can share on that, I think, would be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, I think the rage mechanic is certain cards will help increase the Axie's rage. And as they get very, very mad, at some point they will be able to release that rage and give a, basically a critical hit, just based on the strategy itself, without any chance. And so timing, when you use the cards that add rage for you, timing when to actually hit that rage breakpoint to use it, and then how much energy you have left to attack once you have the rage, as the rage only lasts I believe one turn. So timing all that and strategizing all that will be part of the strategy for a lot of people who use the rage mechanic.
Ayun, so narinig nyo naman guys, no, ganun yung gagawin talaga nila para magkaroon ng konting strategy pagdating doon sa kung kailan mo dapat ita-timing yung malakas mo na tira, because na magkikrit yung sunod mo na tira, and then your opponent themselves, malalaman nila kung kailan mo gagamitin yun. And in order for them na makadiskarte, maka-strategize, in order for them na madepensahan yung tira mo na yan. Ayan, pagpatuloy natin guys.
And this question, as a follow-up, might be a bit hyper-specific, so feel free to pass on this one. But how do you think this affects beasts? You know, like beasts have always been this class that's all about crits, you know, really high morale. Does this just feel like a change, and beasts are...
Alright, so nabanggit ko nga kanina na mapag-uusapan dito yung about dun sa beast, ano, yung high crit, yung high morale ng beast. Mariretain ba ng isang beast ito? Ito, sasagutin to ni Philip, and I would love you guys to listen about this carefully.
Still going to be fine. I've certainly heard some people say, like, well, now that random crits are gone, like, I'm about to sell my nutcrackers.
Yeah, I mean, I think I believe rage is actually one of the big focus areas for beasts, and so it's kind of makes sense given it's kind of the new type of crit, and so yeah, I think definitely some beast cards. As if I remember properly, so yeah, don't quote me on this specific part, but I believe there will be a focus on certain Axies to have that rage type of ability in their cards more often than others.
I'm looking at the beast cards that we showed in the teaser, and we saw Shiba, which actually gives rage to your team when you play it. There's Confident, which you can basically target any teammate and give them 2 rage. And then there was Imp, which costs 0 energy when you're in Fury.
Wait lang. Meron din pala dito yung Axie na, or ewan ko, kung card yata ito na parang ibibigay mo yung rage dun sa isang Axie mo para magpuno siya ng rage, and in order for that Axie to do critical strike. Maganda yung sinabi ni Jius dito, medyo nilik niya ng konti yun sa atin.
Form, right? So Fury form is what's actually unlocked when you hit I guess a certain amount of rage. So it seems like the beast cards are very rage focused, or at least some of them are.
Alright, so hindi tatanggalin yung critical ability ng isang beast, no? Kumbaga nandun pa rin yung yung identification na ito ay isang beast. Andito pa rin yung characteristic ng isang beast na with a high morale, pero there's no statistics involved on it, okay? Pero meron siyang special ability in order for them to have para mapuno agad yung isang rage bar in order for them na magkaroon ng critical strike. Okay. Sana naintindihan nyo yun, guys, and then kung hindi, pwede naman tayo mag-type dyan sa baba sa comment section, and then research natin para mas masagot natin yung mga katanungan nyo, and at the same time i-address natin yan sa mga susunod na videos. Okay? Gawin natin yan. Kung may katanungan kayo, comment nyo sa baba, sasagutin natin sa mga susunod na video bago natin i-discuss kung ano yung mga discussion natin, para in order for us na magkaroon tayo ng communication, no? Maging engaging yung ating mga videos, and at the same time natututo kayo, nakakapagtanong kayo, nasasagot yung mga katanungan nyo. Alright, so guys, pagpatuloy natin yung pakikinigin. Alam ko dito, sunod na ditong pinag-uusapan is yung identifier ng Axie, which is, halimbawa, Plant is a tanky Axie, si Aqua is a high damage Axie, like Beast is a critical Axie. Ano kayong mangyayari dito? Kasi meron silang binanggit dito na madadala pa rin nila yung same identifier na meron sila sa Battles V2, but then the stats are gonna be removed. Okay? In what sense? Ayan, dito natin mapapakinggan yun.
Yeah. I like it. So that sounds like that there's an effort to maintain some of these Axie identities. I guess we could kind of call them strengths and weaknesses, but they do all have a specific, identity. Historically, plants have been the tanks, birds have been these glass cannon, big damage dealing, but, kind of weak once they're exposed kind of a thing. Can you confirm that, Philip? Like, does it seem like we're trying to maintain that identity?
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely parallels to a lot of kind of the existing,
okay, sinabi niya lang naman dito the parallels to the existing identities or identifier dun sa mga axes natin, guys, okay? Pero there's a huge possibility na ma-remove yun, okay? Pero meron pa rin at least matitira kahit konti sa mga identity ng mga axes na naririto sa Battles V2. Ayan. So dito nila in-address yun.
Types of identities that classes have in V2, and kind of the spirit of a lot of those will be passed on to V3 Origin.
That's fantastic. So what about the body parts that match classes of Axies? Like, is there going to be any benefit for pure Axies? Will it just be combo of skills?
Alright, guys, so ito na yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. Ano ba yung benefit ng isang pure Axie? Okay? Ano ba yung magiging combo? Ano ba yung mga magiging synergy? Ano bang mangyayari kapag gumagamit ka ng same part na card sa isang Axie? At anong mangyayari kapag gumagamit ka ng ibang part ng isang card, ibang part or ibang card sa Axie mo. Okay? Halimbawa, kung Aqua ka, gumagamit ka ng Beast card sa Aqua mo. Anong mangyayari? Anong mangyayari in exchange dun sa pagkakaroon ng hindi pure card or hindi pure part na sa body ng isang Axie mo?
Anything you can share there?
Yeah, so definitely body parts. They have benefits if you have a plant Axie with plant body parts now, and there will still be benefits for that in Origin. I would say not to get too into nitty gritty on this specific part, but basically, if you have Axies with more purity, higher purity, more matching parts, they'll be able to equip higher quality.
There you go. Kung meron ka may Axie na pure, and meron kang possibility na mag-acquire ka ng higher quality damage, higher quality ng defense. So ganun yung mangyayari. Pero meron siyang sinabi dito na magkakaroon pa rin at hindi pa rin nila tatanggalin yung sinasabi na crossbreeding, kasi nga it's gonna be a market strategy or marketing strategy kung saan kikita yung Axie Infinity o si Sky Mavis. Ayan. So, at ito rin, in exchange, magkakaroon din naman ng mga trade-off na tinatawag. Okay? So, makukuha mo nga yung parts na yon, pero hindi mo na makukuha yung tinatawag na synergy ng mga card combos kung pure yung Axie mo. At itinatapon mo yung mga cards na to galing sa Axie mo alone. Ayan.
Charms and be able to, use a wider variety of them.
Oh, okay. I see. So there's going to be decision making and trade-offs for maybe you sacrifice purity on your Axie to get a specific skill set, but then that limits the kind of runes that you could use. And if you were to use a 6 out of 6 pure, maybe that slightly limits your options there, but it unlocks a different rune set or like a higher tier or something that you wouldn't have access to otherwise. Am I understanding that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Ayun. So yun guys, ganun pa rin, medyo trade-off lang ng synergy versus having a pure Axie. Kumbaga hindi mo magagamit yung runes ng isang pure. Kasi pag nakumpleto mo yung yung pure Aqua, limbawa, for example, makukumpleto mo yung mga runes or items nung isang Aqua. Okay? And at the same time, the class rune itself para mabuo yung isang synergy na magkakaroon ng special effect for your Axie. Now, if you are going to use a different part of your different part ng isang Axie mo, so syempre, yung isang rune mo doon, hindi makukumpleto yung tinatawag na 7 runes, okay, 7 rune items in order for you to activate the special ability of your Axie. Pero in return naman, makukuha mo yung ability nung isang rune specifically. Pero maite-trade off mo na doon yung capability na pwede mong makuha, which is higher possibility na mas maganda yung kakalabasan kasi pure yung Axie mo. Okay? Pero hindi pa rin sila talaga tatanggalin na mag-breed pa rin ng ibang parts sa Axie mo in order for you to get those kind of special effects or kung ano man yung special ability nung parts or cards na yon. Ayan. Pero mas maganda talaga na pure yung Axie mo kasi pag nakabuo ka ng 6 parts plus yung the class rune itself, okay? Kasi nakita ko doon merong 6 na butas, tapos merong butas sa gitna, which is doon mo ilalagay, ipapasok yung mga runes. Pag na-activate mo yung 7 na yon, okay? 6 parts plus the 1 part is the Axie class itself, ay ma-activate mo yung special effects or special ability ng isang Axie mo. Yun yung tinatawag na synergy. Okay?
So there'll be trade-offs, between, what moves you want, but also, what charms it'll allow you to use and figuring out those different combinations.
Wow. I like that a lot. That's really exciting. I've heard a lot of, I tweeted the other day, like I'm buying some of these floors that are these floor Axies that are looking pretty pure. And people were speculating that pure Axies were going to be really good. And I just think that they don't really go out of fashion. But wow, that's amazing. And I got a lot of feedback from people saying, I hope it's not just pures because breeding pures all day is not very much fun at all. There's no real strategy in that. And breeding some of these fun combos is what a lot of people do really enjoy when it comes to breeding Axies.
Ayun, hindi pa rin mawawala yung pag-breed ng iba't ibang parts ng Axie. Andun pa rin siya, hindi pa rin siya magbabago. Andun pa rin yung identities nila, yung mga naunang yung mga naunang pangyayari dito sa Axie Infinity, yung mga recent na abilities, parts, cards, lahat ay parang magiging halos kasing katulad pa rin ng mangyayari dito sa Origin. Pero there are trade-offs pa rin, no? There are trade-offs na mangyayari. Okay, now we move on to the next one, next point. Ang sabi dito, there are no changing or there are no changes, no, sa mga cards and parts. So kung ano yung mga parts ng cards mo, yun pa rin yung makikita mong parts or cards or card names and part names ng iyong Axie dito sa Origin. Ayan. And there's no special stuff din na mangyayari. Kasi nagtanong dito si alam ko ano bang mangyayari sa mga Mystic, no? Will it have special effects, special ability pagdating sa sa Origin? Ito yung sagot nila, Philip la.
Axies like Christmas, Japanese, Origin, Mio, Mystic. Any of those categories relevant for Origin? Will my Mystic look special? Will it do anything special? Or will it basically just be another Axie with a slightly different cosmetic?
Yeah, basically the same as with V2 right now. Axie was different cosmetic. But, I personally would love to get more unique things in for some of our special parts at some point in the future.
Yeah, definitely. That's a highly requested feature, though I totally understand why. I would love more ways to show off my amazing collectible Axies that I'm so proud of, but alas, a conversation for another time. Philip, that is most of the questions that I had written down, at least. Was there
All right, so yun, as what you can hear, no? Hindi magkakaroon ng special effects ang mga Mystic, Mio, or any Origin Axies, o wala silang magiging special effects pagdating sa Battles V3 or Origin, okay? Pero ano bang mangyayari? Kasi marami ding nagtatanong, kailan natin malalaman kung may mga bagong cards pa? Ayan, di ba? Kailan natin malalaman kung ano-ano yung mga cards na yon? Ano ba yung mga cards para sa mata? Paano ba yung cards para sa tenga, di ba? So yun yung mangyayari bago nila i-launch yung Battles V3, and we are expecting that this is gonna be launched in Q1, no, sa quarter ngayon, which is March. Okay, siguro late March, or maybe there are a lot of moving pieces, sabi nga nila, or ika nga ay maaaring itong ma-move ito sa susunod na quarter, which is the quarter 2, or maybe early quarter, or siguro during summer season, okay, dito sa Philippines. Now guys, maraming salamat sa inyo. Yung mga nasumunod dito guys is mga question and answer portion na lang yan, and more on the building part of Axie Infinity. And wala namang mga bagay na dapat nyo malaman dito. So mga katanungan na lang yan ng mga yung mga gusto mag-apply kay Axie Infinity as builder sa builder program or builders program, and as well as yung mga basic questions na lang din naman na hindi naiintindihan. Ayan. So maraming salamat sa inyo guys, and I hope sa susunod nating video ang pag-uusapan natin is the launch ng land gameplay or the Project K. Ayan, so meron tayong konting pasilip about yan sa land games na yan. Okay? So maraming salamat ulit sa inyo guys, at magkikita tayo sa susunod na video. So kung hindi ka pa nakasubscribe, mag-subscribe ka na, and i-on mo na yung notification bell dyan para ma-notify ka kapag may bago tayong video. See you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.